I am the richest man in the village. I have gold. I have land. I have houses. I have power. But I also have a wife. She is the orphan girl. She is my queen. She is my heart. She is my life. Her friends laughed at her. They said, "You are poor." They said, "You are weak." They said, "You are nothing." They said, "You are small." I watched them. I heard them. I saw their pride. I saw their mockery. I saw their foolishness. But I chose her. I said, "She is mine." I said, "She is queen." I said, "She is rich in heart." I said, "She is my wife." The friends were shocked. They whispered, "Why her?" They shouted, "Not her." They cried, "She is poor." They laughed, "She is weak." I smiled. I said, "She is strong." I said, "She is kind." I said, "She is true." I said, "She is love." On the wedding day, I saw them. Their faces were red. Their hearts were heavy. Their words were silent. Their pride was broken. But my wife was kind. She walked to them. She said, "Come eat." She said, "Come dance." She said, "Come smile." I watched her forgive. I watched her hug. I watched her feed. I watched her teach. I watched her love. Her friends cried. They said we were wrong. They said we were blind. They said we were proud. They said we were foolish. I felt proud. I felt safe. I felt happy. I felt blessed. I felt rich. Now her friends learn. They learn respect. They learn discipline. They learn kindness. They learn love. The village grows. The people change. The children learn. The elders bless. The friends shine. I say, "She is wise." I say, "She is queen." I say, "She is strong." I say, "She is true." I say, "She is love." The life of the village after the wedding. I am the richest man in the village. I marry the orphan girl. She is my wife. She is my queen. She is my heart.
After the wedding, the village changes. The people smile. The children laugh. The elders bless. The poor feel hope. I see new respect. I see new discipline. I see new kindness. I see new love. I see new peace. The girls stop mocking. The boys stop laughing. The friends stop whispering. The people stop judging. The village stops fighting. Now they follow her. They follow her respect. They follow her discipline. They follow her hard work. They follow her love. She teaches the children. She helps the poor. She feeds the hungry. She clothes the weak. She prays for peace. I watch the village grow. I watch the people change. I watch the children learn. I watch the elders smile. I watch the poor shine. The market is full. The homes are clean. The streets are safe. The hearts are warm. The voices are kind. I feel proud. I feel safe. I feel happy. I feel blessed. I feel rich. The people say respect is rich. The people say discipline is rich. The people say kindness is rich. The people say love is rich. The people say truth is rich. Now the village shines. Now the people grow. Now the children learn. Now the elders bless. Now the poor smile. I say, this is life. I say, this is peace. I say, this is joy. I say, this is love. I say, this is truth. One day, I walk through the market. I see an orphan boy selling fruit. His clothes are old, his hands are rough, but his smile is bright. He says, "Sir, take this fruit." I say, "Why give it?" He says, "Because I respect you." He says, "Because I honor you." He says, "Because I love peace." I feel proud. I feel joy. I feel hope. I feel love. I feel truth. Another day, I see an orphan girl. She teaches children letters. She writes on the ground. She speaks with patience. She smiles with kindness. The children laugh. The children learn. The children grow. The children respect. The children love. I say, she is queen. I say, she is wise. I say, she is strong. I say, she is true. I say, she is love. Now the orphans are not forgotten. Now the orphans are not weak. Now the orphans are not poor. Now the orphans are not small. Now the orphans are not nothing. They are respected. They are honored. They are loved. They are strong. They are hopeful. The village shines. The people grow. The children learn. The elders bless. The orphans lead. I say, this is the lesson. I say, respect all people. I say, honor the weak. I say, help the poor. I say, love the orphans.